And this is the living room. This is where we do the living.
The living, right. A man needs to live in a room.
Great. It is great.
This is a great place to sit and think. Sometimes I come in here and think to myself.
Or you think out loud.
True, I might think out loud. If Millie's in here, I think out loud and she listens. I think I used to be scared of the winter. You see, I'm thinking out loud right now.
It's so dark. The winter, that's what he means. Is that what you mean?
Sort of. More cold than dark. You were close.
At least it's warm inside your house.
Right. Well, Frank sits there and I sit here. We get a big stack of wood from outside and make a fire.
Cozy. It's very cozy. That's living.
Well, I make hot toddies sometimes. We never let it get cold like Mom and Dad's. Mom would never serve a hot toddy.
Homebodies. That's how I've always liked to fancy myself. I'll tell you though. It's not fun being a homebody when there's another body there.
I'm the body. I'm the body?
She's the body, I'm the brains.
Right. Right.
That was my joke.
No, he's the brawn. He's the muscle that turns the corks. Or the screws. How does that saying go?
What thing?
The saying about making the machinery go.
Oh, right. Right. She means I make the machinery go. Are you talking about my tool shop?
Well, yes, but also in a larger sense.
Millie is always thinking in a larger sense.
Why do you say that?
Your mind never rests on the situation at hand.
It's not true.
What is the larger sense of my tool shop?
There is no larger sense, Frank.
Right. Right. You haven't been downstairs, Francis?
Not yet.
Well, the other day, Frank spent the entire morning. Well, you tell him. I can't tell it.
The other day, what?
You spent the day in the basement and you tell the story. You can't tell stories.
Oh. We don't need to tell that story. The ending was no fun. It wasn't really that funny.
Right, the ending is no fun. It was funny at the time, though.
I'm sure. I can sort of imagine it.
You can't?
The part about the basement, I mean.
Good.
I can imagine it being very funny.
Frank, put on some music, will you?
Something fast, something slow.
Frank likes bongos.
Likes, loves.
You're not happy.
Sure I am.
What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong.
Are you lonely?
No.
I thought you might be lonely.
Not very.
Well, if you are, don't be.
All right.
No, you're just being sarcastic.
I am not.
You know what it is, don't you?
What is?
The reason.
No.
Mom and Dad are getting older.
So are you.
Well, so are you. You'll have to leave home sometime.
I like it there.
That's what I thought, too. Then I left. And now, I have this. Did you know Frank and I put a couch in our bedroom? I've always wanted to put a couch in my bedroom. He said to just do it. So now, every time I walk in the bedroom, he says, "Hey, you, come sit on the bed." And I walk over and sit on the couch. You know why? Because they're both in my bedroom.
I have my bedroom just the way I like it. There's not much clutter. People are clutter.
Only the wrong person is clutter. The right person is the treat at the end of a long maze. The reward for being lost. Maybe you're lost, Francis.
I have been talking to myself lately.
You always talk to yourself. But lately,
I've been responding in a different voice.
what kind of voice?
There are a few different voices. Some are drowsier than others.
Francis,
What?
you're lonely.
So?
Whatever happened to Bill?
Oh.
Oh.
I made him up. And Chuck and Mo, Philip.
All of them?
Yes?
But they weren't even nice to you. Didn't Mo cheat on you?
Twice.
Why did you lie?
So I have something to talk about. With you.
We have things to talk about, Francis. Don't we?
I don't know.
What did you do all those nights?
I went to movies. I went to diners. I walked around. I did things. So what I'm trying to tell you, Millie, I had a lot of fun.
What kind of fun?
I just told you.
Well, it's not the worst thing,
What?
being lonely.
I know.
No, you don't. It's not the worst thing because it makes everything better in the end.
What end?
The end of the maze. That thing you find when you're lonely.
Thing?
Frank.
Oh.
There's a particular bauble that plays in the background of the song. Shh, everybody listen.
I don't hear it.
Neither do I. That's funny, I'm sure it's there.
Your hearing is going in your old age.
My old age. I was calculating my years last night, and I spent the majority of my life unhappy. Do you know I spent the majority of my life unhappy?
Frances isn't happy right now.
Are you?
I never said that.
She's lonely.
Francis, are you lonely? I was lonely too, really. I would say 7/8 of my life I was lonely, because that time divided up mathematically. I was without your sister.
I know. You did math in your marriage proposal.
My proposal. How do you think I fancied myself that day?
I remember your suit.
I fancied myself a sort of ambassador, inviting you all into my world. That's why I wore a suit. Ambassadors always need to make a good impression.
You're not wearing a suit right now.
No, but that day, I decided to dress up my thoughts too. Even if I'm not wearing a suit, my brain is always wearing a tuxedo. Do you see? No, not just the tuxedo. Look at Millie. Millie's got to primp her brain too, like if she's got an evening gown in her mind. We can imagine the courtship of our two thoughts.
The end of the maze.
Like those little rodents that sneak their heads out of the ground and look around. That's who I was before I met your sister. There was always dirt in my eyes.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying, Francis.
The problem is you're looking at the world as if there was some answer.
I'm not looking for answers.
There's nothing wrong with looking for answers.
Actually, I'm not. I might have been before, but I'm here now. And I think I understand. And I'm not.
But you're looking for something. So look at the two of us, for example. I was looking for something, but once I realized it didn't exist, I was a much happier person.
Thanks.
No, thank you, honey.
I don't know about this anymore.
But we haven't even gotten to the beauty. The beauty of getting over. You just accept that no one is you see? And once you do that, then you can accept that no one is right for you. And then you can finally settle into the living. Settling into this room, for example. Settling in all ways. I could go for a hot toddy right now. Millie? Right. Just put on the tuxedo, Frank. Time to put on that tuxedo. Thinking out loud again. Millie, you caught me thinking out loud again.
Thinking what?
Just thinking that you shouldn't worry about it, Francis.
Right.
Right, Millie?
Right, Frank.
Right.
Bye.